Starting off your reading with a pulling from the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck, we actually have the Black Egg for you, Sagittarius. This is one of the major cards from this deck. It is one of 7 cards that corresponds to a chakra in the body, and this one actually corresponds to the throat chakra, which you may know is all about truth, expression, voice. Many of you are meant to work with your voice, either through speaking, writing, artistic expression, teaching. There's something here that you are meant to share with others, but I get the sense, to be honest with you, you are not listening to yourself. And instead of trying to convince others to speak right now, Sagittarius, I actually feel like you need to really be in a very deep, receptive state of listening. And not just listening to yourself, listening to other people. What are the needs at this time? What are the things that need to be responded to and spoken to? This is not a time for you to be reactive. It's a time to really sit, to listen, and to speak powerfully. So kind of coming off with a little bit of a heavy hitting energy here, Sagittarius. As we're kind of going through this reading, I really do want to encourage you to figure out ways that you can connect to your voice, connect with this throat chakra energy. Maybe there are things you can do to kind of activate this energy center, or just otherwise really get in touch with your truth, because you first have to know your own truth before you can express and speak that to others. So this feels very, very important. Maybe even taking a moment to pause this video and really feel the energy in your body. Not only is this going to help you figure out what messages in this video are meant to apply to your own life, but I think it does help you become more present in yourself as well. So I am going to be shuffling here. And as I do that, for those of you who are brand new to this channel, my name is Micah. I use they, them pronouns, and I'm actually running a sale on my website. So if you want to get an astrology chart reading with me, now is a great time to do that through the end of January. You can get 30% off using the code in the stars. I have a link for my website in the description of this video, where you can also find a link for all of my social media accounts, including a Ko-fi, which is a platform that lets you make a one-time or monthly donation. But I really appreciate all the support you give this channel, whether it's through your likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. It's all invaluable and means more than you could possibly know, and allows me to continue putting out these messages for all of you. So I do appreciate that. If you've been following around for some time and haven't done so already, I really encourage you to hit that bell notification that alerts you to whenever I'm uploading. Subscribes don't necessarily do that much anymore, and that way you can always stay up to date with what's in the cards for you. I feel like I need to do this card by card, and the first card that's coming out is the Moon, and this is the card of the past. The Moon is this realm of dreams, intuition, heightened emotion. It can be very hard to tell between your intuition and instinct, your fear, your trauma. It feels like there is a heightened receptivity here that is very prominent still in this reading, but this is showing up as a past energy. So maybe for some of you, this is an energy you are leaving behind or moving away from. It's not necessarily bad, although I do kind of consider the Moon to be a little bit more of a challenging card, if I'm being honest. But it does feel like emotions are on high right now. And we have the Justice card. So some of you really are making sense of things that are senseless, or trying to. Maybe some of you are activists or advocates. That's honestly kind of what I was getting with the Black Egg. Obviously in the United States, there's a lot going on with ICE right now and kind of responding to this. So maybe some of you are using your voice in that way. Maybe you are protesting in some capacity. And it feels like with justice, you are going after what is fair, what is just. Also finding something objective here as well. And not for nothing, the astrology at this time is a little bit heavy. We do have all of these inner planets like the Sun, Mercury, moving over Pluto in Aquarius. And this is going to be true kind of through the end of January. So maybe depending on when you're watching this, it's not literally the case. The energy could still apply though. But there is this kind of death, rebirth, transformation that goes on with Pluto. And even though you've been going through a little bit of a hard time, Sagittarius, it almost feels like you're taking the reins. You are doing what you can to kind of get yourself out of a depression, an anxiety, a feeling of powerlessness or fear. And it's almost like by acting, by doing what you need to do, that is actually the thing that lifts up your energy. You're kind of building your own momentum. But this does feel a little procedural to me. I don't think this is all at once, if I can be honest. We are also already starting off this reading with 2 major arcana, as well as a spirit card from the Animal Spirit deck, which is basically a major arcana of this deck. So it feels like there's some really big kind of archetypal themes or universal energy that is playing out in your life at this time. Oh my goodness. And we have the Hermit. This is showing up in the present, and this is exactly what I was getting with the black egg. Going within, listening to your own truth. This doesn't always literally mean retreating. I know this is a way this card often gets interpreted. It's even a way that I often interpret the Hermit. But that is not always what is called for here. This feels like a deep introspection. This feels like getting in touch with your truth, your true values. This is not a time to hold back either. Don't be afraid to be the person who is saying the thing that no one wants to say, that other people are afraid to say. The Hermit is not afraid to be alone, is not afraid of outcast or exile, especially when it comes to what is just, what is fair. And again, another major arcana. This is a moment, Sagittarius, where you are making some very big decisions for yourself, for your life. Even if it seems mundane, you are changing patterns at this time. And it could very well be possible that the Hermit is about taking time to meditate, taking time to center or ground. But there is a purpose behind this. I'm going to be honest too, as a Sagittarius moon, as I was kind of getting ready to do this reading, I was feeling a little bit heavy. I was feeling a little bit defeated and overwhelmed. And, Sagittarius, especially lunar Sagittarians, but any kind of Sagittarius energy, we have the kind of almost stereotype of being optimistic, happy-go-lucky. We don't really feel things too deeply. And as someone with the Sagittarius moon, I don't think this is entirely true. I think this is actually misunderstanding what it means to be a Sagittarius. We're ruled by Jupiter. This is the planet of expansion. It is a planet of luck and optimism for sure, but it can also make emotions bigger. It's not always something that completely consumes a Sagittarius. And I think that's even Sagittarian's resilience. I think sometimes Sagittarius gets the reputation of being detached. It's not that they're detached. We feel things. We feel it fully. It's the very passionate, fiery energy that we have. And then we let it go. We look forward again. And that's kind of what I'm getting for you. It's about refocusing, recalibrating. It's not about bypassing the emotions either, but using them to inform your actions. And some of you are feeling a little bit burnt out or overwhelmed with the Nine of Wands. That's kind of the challenge. You're feeling a little wary to me. But there really is a resilience that is implied with this card. You've endured a lot. You may feel injured. You may feel wounded. But you are surviving. You are overcoming. And that can be a very powerful form of resistance. You just feel very sensitive to me, everything's just on high still. The Two of Swords, again, listening. You don't need to rush to make a decision. I really do feel like you're reconnecting with yourself, Sagittarius. Some kind of pause. That is in the future. You will have a moment to rest, to recharge. So if you are feeling a little burnt out or you are feeling overwhelmed, Sagittarius, the good news is that you're going to have a moment to kind of recuperate. And that should be very soon. I want to say within a week or so. And we do have the Wheel of Fortune. Kind of overall energy here. This is actually one of your indicator cards, and this really is about new cycles. There is something quite lucky here, but there's also forces that are kind of out of your control. And one of the most painful thoughts that we can be thinking is that how we're feeling is wrong. What is happening is wrong. But what can we learn from this? What can we extract to move forward? Tell me more about this Wheel of Fortune, actually. I am curious. What does this represent? 2 cards. We have the Sun in reverse and the Hanged Man in reverse. So I do get a sense of delay. And it's funny when I see the Sun or the Sun in reverse. Because upright, this is one of the most positive cards you can get. And when I see it in reverse, I kind of think of how even when the sky is cloudy, the sun is still there. There's still this life-giving energy, this radiance. I feel like a lot of you don't see your own light. And with the Hanged Man, this is often a card of meditation, of pausing, waiting. Maybe some of you feel stuck. I'm going to be honest, kind of cliche, Sagittarius, but how can you be the change you want to see in the world? If you're waiting for a change, it's almost like you're meant to embody that. You're meant to initiate something. Maybe there is a time to kind of recharge, reconnect, because I don't think you can rush this either. This can't just be something you do very forcefully. It has to be done diligently. I want to end off with another animal card here. I did see the crow at the bottom of the deck, which is a messenger. That very loud, resonant caw. That truth. Also seeing the past, present, and future. There's a kind of a prophecy with the raven. It is also that kind of black egg energy as well. Any other wisdom or advice, guidance, energy for Sagittarius to embody at this time? Show us clearly, please. Geez, the nightingale. Again, voice. The nightingale is known for its song. It is the call out in the darkness, the light before the dawn. Things do feel heavy right now, Sagittarius. You do need to take care of yourself. And it's not you running away. It's not you retreating. It's not you giving up. It's giving yourself the best opportunity, the best energy to respond to whatever is happening, to do what you need to do. Some of you would benefit immensely from writing things down, listening to music, listening to speakers who inspire you, listening to stories. I still get a sense of listening, even though the throat chakra is very, very active. It's about finding your truth, your true nature. Who are you when you're not trying to become something? This feels like a very powerful energy, and I would be very, very curious how this is resonating and landing for you in the comments down below. If you've made it all the way to the end here, let us know. Drop that crow emoji, that raven. And again, I'd just love to hear your thoughts. Maybe you have some other interpretations of the cards that I didn't cover. Would love to hear that as well. I do have all of my links in the description, and again, I am running a sale on my website. You can get 30% off all astrology chart readings using the code in the stars through the rest of January, so now is a great time to snag those. And I will see you all in the next reading. I'm sending lots of love and blessings your way. Take care.